Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we'll check out Overly Sarcastic Productions' Divine Comedy Purgatorio. Now, I know about this in the sense that I've read Inferno. I've seen Red's take on the Inferno. Other than knowing Purgatorio exists, I got no idea what's in this. Same with Paradiso after this. So I'm going into this pretty blind, which is actually good because this way I get the full-on first exposure through OSP, which is frankly probably one of the funnest things I can imagine because Red has a really good way to just present information with a lot of context that I did not know existed beforehand, which is also why I like it when she goes over things I do know because additional context. More importantly though, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up, and I'm just going to jump right in because I really want to see this bad.
When last we left our
Previously
intrepid
on
protagonist,
AMC's
Dante
Divine Comedy.
Alighieri, he and his dashing guide Virgil had just emerged from hell and out into
Oh yeah, they did bring Virgil with them. For some reason I thought Virgil got left behind at this point.
Purgatory. Here, for those unfamiliar with the location, souls that are unworthy to go to heaven, but not bad enough dudes to deserve hell, purge themselves of their mortal sins so they
Laundromat of the Dead. Oh my god, it basically is.
can become
The
worthy
wash
of going to
cycle.
heaven. So, Purgatory is a mountain, or more specifically, an island in the middle of the southern half of the Western Hemisphere, on the opposite side of the world to Italy. And fun
Oh wait, they actually had this as a physical place. That, I was unaware of that. 1308, Columbus was barely a twinkle in his great-grandpappy's eye. Oh, so it's literally, they said it's on the other side of the world because no one had been there yet. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
In fact, Dante, at this point in history, had no idea that the Americas were a thing. So Purgatory
Oh. I mean, I kind of figured, but at the same time, it never really clicked. And this was the closest thing we had to an atlas. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm assuming it's a map, but what? I would actually like to study this. That looks cool.
was proudly declared to be the only landmass in that part of the world. Oh, the enlightened world in which we live. Anyway, Purgatory is structured as follows. You start at the
Traveler's
bottom,
Guide.
climb up through 7 terraces,
Oh, so it's each of the sins with hell at the bottom. Anti-Purgatory? And I have no idea what the top one is, but lust is the last one to get over. Okay.
corresponding to the 7 deadly sins, and when you get to the top of the mountain,
Earthly
you can go to
paradise.
heaven. The terraces of Purgatory vary wildly between mildly uncomfortable and hellishly terrifying, which is also a pretty accurate
Gosh, the
model for the
DMV.
overall tone of the book. Purgatory is solidly between heaven and hell, so it makes sense that it'd be a little inconsistent in tone. So our story begins with Dante and Virgil at the bottom of the mountain, chatting with this old dude Cato, whose job it is to direct the
Cato?
noobs in the right direction. Cato is rather curious
The whole point of hell is that people stay in it. Well, too bad.
as to how exactly the two of them busted out of hell, and Virgil's like, no, it's cool, his dead girlfriend sent us, and Cato's like,
Make him a man. Oh my god, that is... that is actually a way to look at this. That's not even a joke. Well, I mean, it is a joke, but also it kind of fits. And she seems to be missing an arm.
young love, and lets them through. While they're there, a boat
What
full
the
of new dead dudes show up, and Purgatory not being burdened with an overabundance of road signs, the new guys immediately get lost. Cato's like, pie.
What is this? Are we in Australia? Yeah, must be. What else even proven here? Ooh, what is here? Excuse me. Noobs.
And me, duty calls, and starts hurting them in the
What
right
voice
direction.
was
So
that?
Dante and Virgil move on to the lowest part of Purgatory, specifically Anti-Purgatory, where the people who weren't quite Christian enough to go to heaven have to wait another lifetime's worth of years before they can advance up the mountain
You must be 63 years older to pass this. Oh my god.
to the first terrace. It's boring, but at least it's pretty.
So
Dante
it's
and
just
Virgil chill
waiting.
out with this dude Sordello, who's a Mantuan just like Virgil. Sordello tells them that Purgatory has only one rule, and it's not don't talk about Purgatory. It's impossible to
Oh, from Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. I'm actually judging myself on not getting that reference, considering how often I do reference it myself.
climb the mountain when the sun
embarrassing.
goes down. You can only advance through Purgatory during the day. So Dante
Why?
and Virgil spend the night in this gorgeous valley in
Is that one of the inconsistent things? It's probably one of the inconsistent things. And we'll eventually see Dante probably do it and get hell shock or something.
Purgatory, where all
Unless
the
he just
souls
never
sing
does.
Kumbaya or whatever. And the next morning, Dante wakes up at the gates of Purgatory proper. According to Virgil, as soon as the sun rose, some angelic lady showed up and carried the sleeping Dante up here. Hey,
Wait, what? Oh, and Virgil had to run behind. Wait, carry me too! No.
up here. Hey, easier than walking. Anyway, the gate is guarded by an angel who takes
Oh god, that means they're still doing the same trope from the earlier one, where a lot of the actual progression through the levels happens when he's unconscious. That's gonna be constant, isn't it?
his big honking sword and uses it to carve 7 P's into Dante's forehead.
What the
one for each
fuck?
terrace. That is hardcore.
Okay. Branding.
Dante should be on an album cover. Anyway, as he climbs through the mountain, the peas will be erased one by one as he passes through the terraces. See, it's symbolic of him losing his sins as he climbs up to heaven and... whatever. If you wanted an in-depth symbolic analysis, you'd be over on SparkNotes right now. So the angel unlocks the gate.
I remember SparkNotes. I haven't had to use that in years, and I don't miss it.
With 2 keys, 1 silver and 1 gold. Symbolism? Totally symbolism. And Dante and Virgil go on their merry way.
Oh, and she's using the same color for their hair as well. Yeah, gold hair, silver hair. Although I always thought it was more blue, but apparently she's used that to represent silver. My head hurts. Whatever. Because he knows he's getting left behind.
One side note before we continue.
Whoa, that's a different chibi red.
Similarly to the Inferno, Dante is kind of a rock star in the eyes of the souls of Purgatory, being lucky enough to get the guided tour of the afterlife while not being dead. So he's routinely accosted by people he knows or has heard of, and because this is a near constant thing, I'm skipping over most of that, because who wants to hear me read the 14th century equivalent of the phone book? So the first terrace is devoted...
Red? Red, what are you doing, Red? Why do you have random Oog Shogoth? Or Yog Shogoth on here?
Devoted to pride, and the souls in this terrace are weighed down by huge stones that force them to bow. Symbolism! Now, there are a few important differences between Purgatory and Hell. Well, I mean, there are a lot of differences between Purgatory and Hell, but the relevant one in this case is that in Purgatory, the terraces are filled with examples of the good side of humanity, and in this terrace, this is displayed through statues and carvings representing humility. So, while the souls are going through suffering and climbing the mountain, they're also seeing what they'll become after they strip their sins away. They're also all...
Oh, so the difference is really hell is forever. Yeah, I know. My mind went there as well. If you have any idea what I'm talking about, it's actually a really nice song. Yeah. Also one of the best songs possible. I really am biased towards it. Hi-ho, it's off to heaven we go. Oh my god, they're just dwarves. I mean, being crushed under the rock would do that.
Singing for some reason, and in my experience, singing while climbing mountains makes the climbing more difficult, but whatever.
Challenge mode.
Anyway, Virgil mentions that Dante's a pretty proud dude, and Dante contemplates how much time he's likely gonna have to spend in this terrace when he finally kicks the bucket. So they reach the edge of the terrace, and the
Yeah, he's aware of it. Nice. Honored to make your acquaintance.
Angel of Humility pops up and magically erases one of the peas from Dante's forehead. Now it's on to terrace number 2, the Terrace of Envy. Here, disembodied voice.
Oh, Pride was probably a reference to Fullmetal Alchemist. I'll be honest, I never saw Brotherhood. I need to get around to it. I had nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed the few episodes I saw. I don't know why I stopped watching it. That's weird. I'm aware of that. Dude, drinks are on me! For you, and no charge. Aw, just keep it. You were better anyway. What? Oh, because they're all not being envious intentionally.
Voices talk about the great benefits of generosity. But, unlike in the first terrace, there are no visual aids to accompany the soundtrack. No statues, carvings, none of that. The reason for this becomes clear when we see that the souls in this terrace have their eyes sewn shut.
Okay. Wow. The fuck, man? And that's why they envy it, because they're all hearing about all the great things, but there's literally nothing great. It's all just suffering, and they're having their eyes shown shut, so they can't engage with it. They just have to know that it's out there. I mean, like, literally Red. What? Not gonna help you. That is... Oh, wow.
Shut. Yeah, Purgatory isn't all fun and games. Dante and Virgil scoot on through to the edge of the...
Honestly, it almost makes you want to stay in the lower level, because just having a rock on your back seems like it would be the nicer option.
Next terrace, where the Angel of Generosity pops up and erases the second P on Dante's forehead. So Dante and Virgil move on to the third terrace, with the corresponding sin of wrath, in contrast with the unsettlingly horrifying nature of the previous terrace.
Nope. Gonna repress that. It never happened. There's no random body horror level of Purgatory that they just happen to bring out. That is not a thing. Oh, God, why?
This one is just swathed in a blinding acrid mist. Dante has a brief convo with...
Oh, hey, it's New York.
One of the souls here about the nature of free will, and then he and Virgil reach the edge of the terrace. The Angel of Peace erases the third P from Dante's face, and they continue on. But before...
Honestly, that seemed kind of anticlimactic, considering literally body horrored plane, and then wrath, which is one of the greatest sins that causes the most destruction, and it's a bunch of gas. I'm assuming it's warm, it's a bunch of hot air. Or flatulence, it could go either way.
Before they reach the fourth terrace, Virgil teaches Dante about...
Oh, because he's having the bromance with Virgil, yeah. There's something I must still teach you, platonically. With my what?
No, not like that. It's
What?
because the next 4 terraces are all about sins that are messed up forms of love. That is, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust.
Not enough love. Love things too much. Greed. Love food too much. Gluttony. Yeah. Loved lovin'. Oh my god. Sloth though is a little odd. I don't think I've seen anyone else ever describe that as not enough love. Yeah, that's I don't think I've ever seen it described that way. Not sure that's
Here,
accurate.
sloth is defined as insufficient love. So in terrace number
Ideal
4,
quality
sloth is
love.
purged through rigorous
Yeah, it's from Full Metal Alchemist. You get around to watching that.
use of middle school gym class punishment tactics, that is, running in circles forever. So the sun goes down, and
Still
Dante
better
has
than
a
the other
dream
one.
about a hideous siren who entrances him with a song, but he is
Dancing Queen, young and sweet. I feel I should know this song, but I'm pulling an absolute blank on this one. I don't know why. Why does Dancing Queen sound familiar? This is going to bug me. If anyone knows in the comments, I'd appreciate letting me know, because it's going to be obvious. I'm aware of that, and I'm just pulling a blank.
snapped out of it by some other lady.
Ew.
And then Virgil wakes him up and they move on to the gate of the 5th terrace, where the Angel of Zeal erases the 4th P from Dante.
Let me get that for you. There's a lot of angels just erasing P's on his head. Well, seems like an R. Kelly reference, but I think they'd be way too early.
Dante's forehead. And then they pass through to the 5th terrace, where greed is purged. So on this terrace, all the souls
Wait,
here...
what did that say? Not you, or... Still nope. Oh yeah, because greed was the other guy.
Purged. So on this terrace, all the souls here are, well, stuck, lying face down on the ground. Given that this punishment...
Considering that came a little after Sloth, that seems weird. It certainly seems less than rational to inflict an immobilizing punishment in a realm based wholly on movement. It would be depressing.
Involves being
Maybe
unable
just
to
fall
move.
up.
I have no idea how you're supposed to be able to climb past this terrace, but there's no
You
time to ponder
don't.
that
That's
because
the
suddenly
fun.
there's an earthquake and everybody starts singing. What is happening? Anyway, then they notice that someone else is climbing the mountain behind them. His name is Statius, by the way, and...
Statius? Ooh, okay. Roman poet born in Naples in 45 AD, author of the Achillard? I'm having trouble reading that. Or rather, the first book and a half. It was never finished. You've probably never heard of it. I mean, it's poetry, so in general, I don't know about it. The fact I know about the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid is weird in its own right.
By the way, and Virgil asks him what was up with the quake. Statius is like, oh, well, you see, Purgatory isn't affected by normal tectonic or climactic events. Here, we have earthquakes every time a soul finishes up here and is ready to go to heaven. And Virgil's like, huh, so who's the lucky guy? And Statius is like, it's all me, baby. So anyway, our dynamic...
Wait, no, keep asking! Oh my god, he's ready to move to heaven. So him getting to move at all is literally being able to move to the next level. They literally just lay there until there's an earthquake showing that they're ready. That's kind of weird.
duo continue upward towards the 6th terrace, where the Angel of Justice erases the 5th.
Here, let me get that for you. I'm over here. Oh yeah, because Justice with the scales, and she's going the wrong way because she's blindfolded. Okay. Still less creepy than the eyes sewn shut part. That was... I think Red's response was perfectly accurate.
P from Dante's forehead. And then it's on to the Terrace of Gluttony, where Dante straight up rips off Tantalus's punishment for the penance of this circle.
What?
Here, gluttons starve in a forest of fruit trees where all the fruit is just out of reach.
Wait, what did that say? I'm wise to your game, Airier. Airier? Normally, I have an idea what I'm missing on this one, but here, I have no idea whatsoever. I do not know this reference. I don't even think I have a suspicion of this reference. But it involved a really cool image of Red leaning over the table to be threatening to an old man in a robe, so it's kind of funny.
Dante's more
Wait, what did that say? I have to breathe sometime. Gah! Breathing is for the weak.
Dante's more confused about how dead people can even starve since they don't have to eat anymore, and Virgil's...
Oh, yeah. It's... You know, I was just overlooking that entire thing because punishment. But the fact that he's bringing it up actually lampshades the fact that it doesn't make sense. But I don't think it lampshades it well because I don't think he has a good answer, does he? I'm not even hungry, actually. How can these guys be hungry? They're already dead. Why would they be hungry?
like, don't ask stupid questions.
You have... Wait, you think I have all the answers? I'm sorry. Also, yes, that's probably exactly what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, you know the drill. Dante talks to some dudes, gets to the gate, the Angel of Temperance erases a P from his face, and they move on. The seventh terrace is lust, and it mixes up the formula a little bit.
Wait, what does she use for the art on this one?
Temperance erases a P from his face, and they move on.
Yeah. It's lust. I just saw it was lust from Fullmetal Alchemist, but damn, she went really hard on the realism on this one. Even the symbol on the chest, wow.
And it mixes up the formula a little bit with an enormous wall of flame. Symbolism? So yeah, the relevant souls are in this wall of fire.
Oh yeah, because lust is usually depicted as being pretty hot. So they're going full flaming, you could say.
They're just kind of chilling. And again, they're back.
Really? Really, Red? Chilling? That's the level of stupid punnery I aspire to, but also hate anyone else who succeeds in doing it because it's so bad. You should not aspire to this. I just have really messed up goals in life. That's one of them.
Baffled by Dante's aliveness. Dante talks with a few of these lusty dudes, and then Virgil's like, okay, now we need to walk into the fire. And Dante's like, excuse you? And Virgil's like, come on, don't worry about it now. And Dante's like, there is no way I'm going to set myself on fire for your amusement. And Virgil's like, oh, then I guess you don't want to see your dead girlfriend. So Dante and Virgil take a stroll through the fire.
I'm coming, my love! You know, the entire lust part doesn't really work, that you're literally going to throw yourself into the fire for someone you love, because, I mean, I get the reference. Oh no, it's the appropriate amount of love, not too much. But also, literally throwing yourself in fire for it. Yeah, I think the reference is missed on him.
Fire. When they get to the other side, the Angel of Purity erases the last P from Dante's forehead, the sun sets, and Dante falls asleep, and then has yet another symbolism-laden dream about women. Man, this guy really needs...
So you tell me about your suppressed affection for your mother, Herr Airier. Oh, Alighieri. Yeah, because that was his last name, Dante Alighieri. Wait. Was that? I forgot where it was. Whatever. So apparently Alighieri, and that might have been what he was talking about earlier. I was just misreading his last name when we got to the reference, the guy in the robe. You know, I wasn't expecting to drop the ball so hard on Dante's actual name, which I did know. Dante Alighieri. I'm just off it today. Wow. Maybe I need more caffeine. Oh, I just got up and I haven't had any caffeine yet. This is me completely sober. Or, well, I mean, technically caffeine doesn't make you drunk. Unless you're doing it right, but that's not important right now.
It's a girlfriend. But yeah, the women in question are Leah and Rachel, two biblical ladies who represent the active Christian lifestyle or something.
Oh my god, they made them just work out, like... What's that phrase when someone does a lot of yoga? I remember a term for it, but honestly, admittedly, I'm dropping the ball on that one because I don't do anything when it comes to being physical. Let's get our butts in gear. Ever try Pilates? Yeah.
Anyway, Dante wakes up and he and Virgil head onward to the last part of Purgatory, the earthly paradise at the very top of the mountain. Wait, did I say Dante and Virgil? What? See, the thing is, Virgil can't really guide him any further, mostly because he still technically belongs in hell.
What, he was even allowed? Honestly, I thought he got out because he was even allowed in Purgatory. I'm sorry, Dante, but my soul is needed elsewhere. Needed or condemned?
Hell. Fortunately...
Hey, you don't have to leave just yet. Come on, let me go back to hell already.
For all of us, this doesn't mean he has to leave. He can still go with Dante. He just won't be guiding him anymore.
Oh, so it's his own journey at this point? I'm assuming it ends with him either getting sent back to hell because it is the horrible affliction of my soul, or getting out because fanboy. Oh, wow, Virgil, it's great that you can be here with me. Heaven must be incredible. Oh, my God. I love this. He's just fanboying so hard, and the depiction of Virgil is literally, I kind of want to go back to hell. Let me leave. Oh, God.
So Dante makes it up to the earthly paradise, the very top of Purgatory. Unsurprisingly...
Wait, what does that say? Recaptured innocence? Oh, yeah, recaptured innocence of humanity before the fall of man. Oh, the fall of man, it's a mountain. Okay, I get that.
Unsurprisingly, the earthly paradise is gorgeous and lovely and pretty much the best thing ever. In the earthly paradise, Dante and Virgil find a lady, Matilda, who starts guiding them through the earthly...
Right this way, gentlemen. Yay!
Paradise, where they see a procession of a color...
Whoa. Beatrice. Jesus is a griffin? That's an odd choice. Book of Revelations, the general epistles. Book of the Hebrew Bible. Luke, Matthew, Mark, because of the symbology of how they were represented. John is the falcon, eagle, bird, raven, thing. Acab of the apostles. Pauline epistles. I cannot read, apparently. Prudence, justice, temperance, and fortitude, which are all triplets. Quadruplets? Whatever.
Colorful array of characters that we don't really care about because, oh dang, look who's with them, it's Beatrice! That's right, Dante's dead girlfriend is finally here! Yay! But Virgil's gone.
And,
Beatrice is like, quit crying, this is supposed to be a place of fun. Turns out,
I hope you're proud of yourself. On the one hand, you now have girlfriend. On the downside, you lost some pie.
Beatrice is also pissed at Dante because after she died, he, get this, fell in love with someone else. Because nobody could be as pure and gorgeous as Beatrice. This is something of a cardinal sin.
Seriously? I mean, sure, I was dead, but it's not like you were never going to see me again. The fucked up part is, I've heard people make this exact argument, and it's usually then followed by, and that's why we need to eat someone's liver. I've never clarified if they meant something they were cooking or someone in person, and I just left the situation, but it's weird, and I kind of get creeped out by it.
And is, in fact, the whole reason she sent him to hell.
Clearly, this was a proportionate response that wasn't over the top at all. You know, actually, I'm kind of with Dante on this one. Virgil was a good option.
The first place. Insert joke about jealous ex-girlfriends here. Dante's still crying, of course, so Beatrice...
Oh yeah, she was the ex-girlfriend. I was always under the impression that she was the current girlfriend, but no. This is someone you've moved on from, who literally dragged you to hell. This really does actually reframe my entire understanding of the Divine Comedy as an actual comedy. What the heck?
Beatrice has her 4 handmaidens push him into the river Lethe to calm him down, and also purge his memories of sin, but who cares about that? So Dante emerges from the Lethe, and Beatrice finally...
But if you forget that you sinned and what the memory of sin was, wouldn't that mean that you just do it again because you don't remember the lessons you learned?
Reveals her face, which is so entrancingly gorgeous that Dante forgets to blink for a while. Then there's some business with the Tree of Knowledge, and Dante passes out. When he wakes up, he's...
Wait, what did that say? She moves a lot faster in the older videos. God damn it, Virgil was supposed to deal with your fainting. Yeah, no, that failed.
When he wakes up,
why does that keep happening? You are very easily overwhelmed, sir. It's like you had a jealous ex who literally threw you to hell. It's a lot more interesting when you really frame it that way.
He scoots on over to Beatrice, who's chilling under the Tree of Knowledge. And Beatrice is like, okay, some crazy stuff is about to go down. Take notes. Okay, so this is pretty weird, so pay attention. First off, there's this chariot, right? It's tied to the Tree of Knowledge. Griffin put it there. Nobody cares. Okay, keep your eye on this chariot. Boom! Suddenly, eagle. Eagle smacks into the chariot and twists it into a pretzel. Next up, hungry fox jumps into the chariot. Beatrice punches it. Eagle's back. This time, it molts all over the chariot. Then the ground splits open and a goddamn dragon shows up. Stabs the chariot, then drags a chunk of it back underground. Okay. So that was weird. Then the chariot grows 4 heads, turns into a giant and a prostitute, and then the giant drags the prostitute off. Purgatory's f***ing weird. So
that happened? And we just have the actual text back here, and I'm with Dante on this one. You probably should have run away.
Beatrice spits out a prophecy that somehow explains everything. I don't get it. Neither does the internet. And they put...
Oh, wait, the internet doesn't get the prophecy either? Oh, come on. It's not that hard.
The internet. And they push Dante into another river, which restores his good memories. At this point, he's all set to head on over to heaven. Or something.
When Red said Purgatory was weird, I figured she was maybe being a little overdramatic. No, she was downplaying it. That ending especially... with the chariot being turned into things, being smashed, turning into a giant and a prostitute and an eagle and molting and dragons. What the? I don't even... It's probably a reference to Revelations because random mystical bullshit. But also, I'm pulling that out of my ass. For all I know, it could be accurate because that is... I haven't checked the comments of the video. For all I know, maybe someone there decoded it. I'm going with no, though, because that was just weird. And just, yeah. So next time around, I think we'll be checking out Paradiso and seeing where the trilogy ends, unless maybe there's a 4th one about the earthly realm. But I doubt that. It'd be probably more different things he wrote. I don't know anything Dante did outside of the Divine Comedy. We need to look into that, or Runaway Screaming. We'll figure it out after the next one. More importantly, though, you guys know, there's a link below to the original video. I'm going to go and try and wrap my head around what I just saw, which will probably fail because this... Have I mentioned it was weird? Because, yeah, that was weird. I kind of get the morality behind the Inferno because it's showing the bad stuff. And this one is, hey, don't worry. You can suffer and suffer and suffer and engage in body horror because that's apparently going to make you a better person. And then you lay there until something happens. And then the wall of flame, and this was a lot. It was a lot of weird, but it was a lot, which makes me kind of excited now for whatever happens in Paradiso, because if this is the level of escalating weirdness, that last book is going to probably be wild. And if I'm wrong, well, that'd be disappointing. But otherwise, I don't really care because I'm kind of curious to see how Red will play it off, because this last time around was awesome. Otherwise, again, link below, hit it up. If you already have, great. If you have, also great, because you just did the same thing twice. I need caffeine in me, damn it. More importantly, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.